The new Netflix documentary, Pamela, A Love Story, focuses on the life of Pamela Anderson. Let's see if this documentary is worth your time. Hey everybody, my name is Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Netflix. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. So this new Netflix documentary focuses on Pamela Anderson and focuses a lot on when she was younger and when she was first discovered and did photo shoots for Playboy, and then eventually all of her marriages with Tommy Lee and Kid Rock and the other marriages she had, and then now where she is in her life. Throughout this Netflix film, we have moments of her reading from her diary, and then just very intimate personal moments where she's talking about her relationships and what happened with the videotape that was stolen and how she reacted to it all. There's a lot of very deep personal moments. There's a lot of things that they do cover that we have known about Pamela Anderson, but there's a lot of things that I didn't know about her, and I feel like it covers a lot of things that she hasn't wanted to share, and this is a chance for her to kind of open up about how she feels about certain situations. This easily could have been a documentary that wanted to focus on the videotape and her time with Tommy Lee and her relationship with him, and that is a good majority of this documentary. There's reasons why there's so much of that in here is because she feels like Tommy Lee was the one true love of her life, and he is the father of her children. So this easily could have been a documentary that was all about Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee and the videotape. It was about when she was discovered and roles that she took on and how she became an animal activist, and where she's now. She's doing shows on Broadway for Chicago. There's a lot of things that we don't know about her that are explored in here. And since she is being interviewed, there's a chance for those really personal moments to come out. How did she feel about the videotape being stolen and being interviewed by so many people and only wanting to talk about her time on Playboy and different things like that, and how she wanted to explore different routes of her career. And I love that intimate personal look to Pamela Anderson, because you got to know her just a little more to this documentary because it made it feel realistic, and those raw emotions from Pamela Anderson are within here. Now, the way that this is structured, we have mix of like an interview with her reading from a diary. We see like a couple words from her diary as she's starting to read it. The way that she is being interviewed, it feels very natural. The conversations that she has and what she's being asked, it's a natural tone to it. But when we have the readings of the diary, and it feels like a narration, and they come straight from her, but they'll go from an interview tone to that narration tone, just back and forth. And it is a bit jarring at times when you are deep in this conversation that she's having about her time on Playboy, or being married to Tommy Lee, or Kid Rock, or filming Baywatch, all the things that she did. But then you quickly jump to her reading from the diary, and then you jump back to her being interviewed, and then jumping back to the reading from the diary. It's just kind of back and forth. There's really no smooth transition to it. It just happens very abruptly and kind of takes you out of the certain scene that you are in. I did appreciate both. You get the deep, raw emotions from Pamela Anderson when it comes to being interviewed, and then her reading the diary, because as she's reading what had happened to her in the past, those emotions are coming from her, and she's remembering things about when she had her 2 children, being married, and everything that came with that. That's in the diary, because she's able to preserve those moments in that diary. But then her being interviewed, it just feels a bit different. I did appreciate that it explored a lot other than her marriages. Even talk shows that she went on, all they wanted to talk about was her time on Playboy and her being married. And she expresses how she feels about all of that, and she understands why, but there's so much more to her. And this was a chance to kind of showcase all of that. I didn't know she was an animal activist and raised so much money for animal rights. And then now she's working on a Broadway show for the show Chicago. And so it's so cool to see different things that she has has done. We also get to interview her two children as well, and how they kind of thought about her career and what they think about her life with Pamela Anderson as their mother. And one thing I was curious if they would touch upon is the Pam and Tommy show on Hulu. She thinks it's just a way for Hulu to capitalize on the moments that happened to her, all the wrong moments of someone stealing the tape and selling it as well. I was curious what she thought about it, and they do cover that at the end. But overall, Pamela, A Love Story is a pretty decent documentary, since Pamela Anderson is at the focus of this documentary and she is being interviewed. Everything is personal and raw for her as she is describing everything that happened during the past, Playboy, the videotape, her marriages. She covers a lot of things. She's not afraid to say what happened to her. She never holds back on anything. So this documentary never feels like it is being fake. Everything 100% feels real and genuine. There's a lot I know about Pamela Anderson, and there's a lot I don't know, and this film does offer a lot of new things. I think the main purpose of it was to show different things that she has done, not focus on one aspect of her life and how she is feeling now about everything. So before I give you my score for Pamela, A Love Story, the new Netflix documentary film, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button and get it all in one spot. And if you like to see where Pamela, A Love Story ranks amongst all of the other 2023 releases I've seen this year, follow me on Letterboxd and there you can find my ranking. I'm going to go ahead and give Pamela, A Love Story a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for Pamela, A Love Story, the new documentary focusing on Pamela Anderson. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.